Alright, so this is how we take out a LS engine from a truck, and pretty much my boy right here is about to explain how we do this.
Alright, so we already got it started. As you can see, the whole front end has been dismantled, the hood's been taken off. Pretty simple stuff, nothing major. But right now we'll start by taking off this basic hose here.
So my friend was saying that you got to take out the intake so that we can take out the fender and you know, the grill and all that, and you want to do that so you have enough space to take the engine out, right?
Correct. Everything has to come out, so there's nothing.
So the first thing he's doing
is this truck is pretty much a dumper.
Wait, so what you're doing right now is you took out
this is for the reservoir off the radiator. When the radiator heats up a little,
and the reason you're taking that off is so that you can take the intake
off, so I remove this hose so this intake comes out easier for me. I will be removing the wires too, and this reservoir has to come off because it's tied into the wheel well. That the wheel well is tied into the actual fender itself, so it's like a domino effect. You have to start removing things as you go, and then next thing you know, you know where to clear front bay, and then the vortex comes right out. So.
All right, let's do this. Let's continue. So we got that off.
Screwdriver. I need the baby screwdriver. Some of these wires have like this safety clip. I don't know why they do it for. Maybe there has to be a reason why, but they don't need it. They already have the actual clip. Most things just have a clip, but some of these have like this little gray clip that locks it in. I guess it's like a safety thing. I normally put it back too, just so you keep it, but you don't need it. Alright. Where's that flathead? That flathead screwdriver?
The big one?
Yeah, that big one. I had it.
So while he's looking for that, I'm pretty much taking this out because it's going to go in a cutlass. So that's going to be in the future.
Gbody swaps.
Gbody swap.
X vortex.
Alright, so what he's doing now is just taking the clamp off of the intake pretty much.
Yeah. And I think this one, these are actually screwed down, or I think I can slide them back. I don't remember, but let me try sliding it back. I do have to open this to take it off.
So that's the screw right there, people. Remember, this is
for the air intake cleaner. What filters your air going into your engine so you don't take in particles, dust, etc. Fuck your engine up. Pretty much learning how a car works.
Yep.
With this, and at the same time for a swap, which is two different things, but you need to know somewhat mechanics. You don't need to be a professional to do this. It's not like you're rebuilding the engine or anything. But swaps are
so far so good. Hey, all these screws we gotta keep them, huh? So we don't
filter. Look.
Yeah.
Just a little dark here.
We gotta have Bobby the helper. He's making sure everything smells good. All right, let me see.
So, yeah.
The screws. Where are the screws at? You left them in there? Oh yeah, stay on. Yeah.
This is trash. We won't need it for the cutty.
For the swap. So this is a cutlass Gbody swap. Basically, we're taking this off so that we can take the engine out. He said pretty much we're not gonna need this, right?
Yeah, we won't.
So this is gonna be trashed.
I done a Mickey Mouse intake off of 1999 first generation Vortex. I created my own intake out of the ABS. I cut it,
and that's on his El Camino, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
But for the cutting, we might go with something more fancy, better, like a Spectra, just for starters. Maybe go K&N. K&N would be preferred. Everybody likes K&N.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I mean, there's other brands out there.
So this is something important. We're gonna keep this. We just took that out.
We definitely need the mass outflow sensor. This actually senses how much airflow goes through your intake into your engine, and all that. The computer, the PCM of the engine, monitors everything.
Alright people, so that's part 1, and stay tuned for part 2. Alright, so this is part 2, part 3, whatever. We gotta take out the battery so that we could take out the fenders. Remember, again, I'm gonna say this one more time. We're gonna take the fenders and the front grills and all that, just so that there's enough room for us to take out the vortex. And pretty much, so yeah, we took out the intake. This is the battery. It's about to come out in about a couple seconds, whatever. And then that's how we're gonna get to the screws that are for the fender. We're gonna have to use that same battery for the cutlass, right?
Yeah, just like stays with the engine. Proper crank cams.
Yeah. So remember, if you're gonna do the swap, keep the battery, keep the intake, and then yeah, that's pretty much it. So we're gonna continue taking it down.
Oh, this didn't come out right. 13.
Yeah, here you go. There's this one.
All right, that's 18. I think.
Oh yeah, my bad. So, anyways, yeah. So.
And I know we're working pretty primitive, just by hand tools, but you know what?
We got everything.
We have
at
all
our
the power
boys,
tools, but they're not with us right now, so we're just doing what we can right now by hand.
That goes to show you that it doesn't matter what you got. As long as you got something, you can make it happen.
And you can have 99-cent tools and still do it.
Exactly.
Of course, we have good stuff, but
We're about to do a swap. And but how much does usually a swap cost, like at a shop or whatever?
I mean, it can vary, but I mean, basic mechanics will swap an engine out for a good 2,000 probably, and then you still have to buy the engine, etc. I mean, it runs the bill high.
Alright, so people, will continue on. Alright, so here goes another important step, is the fuse box.
This is pretty much the fuse box. It has most of your fuses for your engine, truck, car, whatever, etc. etc. And part of this harness, they call it harness because it's a harness, you know, a bunch of wires loomed up with some of this loom. And we will end up cutting these wires and actually making our own fuse box for the swap, which is a cool part about it if you don't know about doing any swaps on these engines. We pretty much cut these wires, but we first have to disassemble and not cut anything. We do that once the whole engine is out and all the wires are off the engines itself.
That's when
we're trying to separate the wires from the engine, from the car itself. They're separate, they're different. You don't know, you just think it's a bunch of wires, but yes, this big one here actually has all the wires to the engine and everything else is separate.
So remember, people,
so we're going to separate that from
don't cut shit from here. That's what he's pretty much trying to say. Alright, so we just dismantled the fuse box, and right now what he's about to do is he's about to unscrew some more of it, basically.
The wires,
yeah. So
and pretty much these wires, they go through somewhere. Of course, like the pink ones are part of the engine, which are like injectors, etc. Maybe, you know, your lights, whatever, and they all go to relays and fuses, and that's how that works. So I'll pull this one out so you can see, since I already unscrewed it.
So while he's plugging out,
so the reason why it's hard to come out is because they're actually still tied into the fuses. Just as you push a fuse down, it actually pushes on onto this.
See, there you go, it's out. That's how you do it. That's how you take them out. They're screws. You just pull them out with a screwdriver. So remember, people,
you don't need this top part, you know what I mean?
You don't need the top part, but you do need the wires. So don't cut the wires. Again, don't cut the wires.
Which they will be cut, but not yet.
Not yet, yeah. So you need all these shit. Wire is very important.
Step by step type of thing.
So we're probably like somewhere around part 1 or part 2 of the video. I gotta put all this shit together. So from what I remember, we had taken off the intake so that we could take off the grill, the fenders. It's always best to take all that off just so that it'll be easier to take the engine out, in which we're gonna of course do in part of the video.
If it breaks, this doesn't matter. Just look at all the fuses.
This doesn't matter. Just remember, the wires is what's important. So yeah, of course you gotta figure out how to go in there, pull it out. It's always a mission.
This is the annoying part. Trying to get shit out that doesn't want to come out. I mean, it's fucking cake. This shouldn't be no problem, but some things give you hard times.
So I don't know, man. People, comment. I know they're gonna have a lot to say, because there's really not a lot of videos on how to swap. At least like long videos, like how I'm gonna make it. Slips.
Yeah, something to cut wires. Just cut
yeah. I got that. All right.
Just leave them here, because I'm gonna be using them. Like.
Yeah. All right, so people, what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and just continue taking all this off, and we'll get to the next step. All right, so we already took the fenders off. The bumper's gone. Right now we're about to take the radiator off, pretty much, right?
The radiator and core support.
And the core support. This is where shit's gonna probably get a little messy, right?
Yeah, it gets messy because there's fluids. You have transmission fluids, power steering fluids going all through this support, and you're like, why, right? Well, the wires, the actual hoses for the coolers are here, so you have to do that. The AC right now is gonna spray because it's compressed. So as you can see, I'll show you right now.
Here goes a quick recap. All right, again, the fenders are gone. We took the intake out so that we could take out the fenders. The battery's gone. Remember not to cut any of the wires. And yeah, so pretty much we're gonna take this off, and the engine's gonna be.
And the fenders are easy to come off. If you follow the fenders and you follow where the screws are, you pretty much take them off. There's nothing to it. There's no science to it as such. So you follow them, you unscrew them, you take it off. If there's something holding it, check it. It might be a wire, one of those plastic. Like this one was tied to it from here with this clip.
Some bullshit.
It's something stupid, but technically these come off really easy, super easy.
So
right now I'm gonna release this nut from. It's off here. It's from the AC.
all right.
So it's gonna start spraying. You hear that sound?
Yep.
It's leaking the AC right there. That's what they refill it with. It's usually green, so no. It's clear, but they add a green color for I forgot what purpose.
Yeah.
If you have leaks, yeah, it stinks.
Stinks too.
Yeah, if you have leaks, there we go. We just let it pour out and wait for it to stop.
All
And
right.
that's a good spot to do it from. It does get your engine messy, but it eventually fall down. And if you do it here, it usually goes up and stuff. You do it over there, it usually wants to go down because the nuts above. That's where you want to do it from.
What I do, I just put a little rug, put like a little, just little thing so that so it catches the debris. Something you don't want to breathe right here. So I'm gonna take a step back and we'll continue the video. All right, so basically we got the radiator completely almost off right here. You can see it's falling off pretty much.
Pretty much just screw the bottom screws off of it.
Yeah.
Remove the hoses off of it.
So yeah, remember that, catch it. Start taking holes, save the holes. You might need it for the Gbody. This is the real LS swap with the budget. You know what I mean? Like literally. So we're gonna take this off the radiator, and then we'll get to the next step. Oh, that's the reason why we wanted. Yeah, we filmed.
PCM right here. This is the main computer.
This is why I started filming again, because I have to show you the computer and how important it is and how you need to keep it. That's
what runs your whole engine and everything.
Yeah.
And right here we have more lines, power steering lines. We will leak more oil. Here's the problem right here. Look. So guys, if you're going to catch the oil, keep in mind that it will travel along the frame side and fall elsewhere. So we actually used a carpet. Noah's idea. Smart move about that. To put a carpet.
It's gonna get messy.
And then it'll get messy under, but we'll try to capture as much, and then the carpet will just pretty much capture the small stuff that's falling out and keep your floor clean.
Yeah. So that's the update. Just wanted to tell you because we had the computer out, took it off the radiator. I guess it was connected for whatever reason. So we're gonna keep draining shit out, keeping tubes. Remember?
I'm gonna try to cut here and then just push it down.
Yeah.
So it'll
So
run this way. And
I'm gonna get my hands dirty again into the next video. All right, people. Radiator's gone. The whole front end basically. It's just that much easier to take everything apart. Now look how the engine is just naked. It's just ready to come out. Now what's the next step?
What we're gonna do, just start disconnecting all the little stuff that tie into the actual firewall, the actual cab, like these little wires here, like this stuff here, anything that ties the motor to that cab, not from the frame but from the cab, so we can then take the engine out.
Yeah.
But what I like to do too also is remove the wires, all the wires that go from the PCM, which is the computer, to the actual motor. Get rid of all of those out of the way. That way you can work
There's
easier.
more space, basically.
And we pretty much gonna start dismantling like the exhaust pipes, the headers, wires, and have it ready. Pretty much get the cherry picker, the hoist, pick it up, and get it out.
So that's our next video, people. We're gonna get the cherry picker, and hopefully we have it out. So thank you for watching. There's gonna be some more videos. This is the first step. We're gonna take the engine out the donor truck so that we could put it into my cutlass, which is right here, but it's covered. And that's it. Oh, and we're gonna.
That's how easy this comes out. So a lot of people, if you don't know what the fuck this is, just a plastic cover that makes it look pretty cool.
We're gonna keep that
yeah,
here.
we're keeping that.
Yeah. But and we're gonna do a video on how to take out. It's a V6 in that cutlass, so we're gonna do a video on how to take that out too. So
put a V8, but a modern V8, fuel injected. Is you're going from like a track to an old school. What is it? Early 80s cutlass. I mean, who does that?
Yeah. So it's gonna crack down. It's gonna crack down. So thank you for watching. Comment. I know a lot of people are gonna have a lot to say. Let it be known. Thank you.